Well, here we go in the Corner Lounge today on 1061 The Corner. It's Jeff Sweatman, and we're thrilled to be joined by an artist who is back in town tonight. Don't miss the show at the Jefferson Theater as we welcome into the Corner Lounge on the phone lines, Todd Snider. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Already down here. I walked at what's it called, the People Mall.
Yeah, the downtown mall. Nice. Getting a little dog walking action going today.
Yeah, I just took mine out there.
Good day for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's summer.
Yeah, definitely already. I'm not sure where spring went, but
Yeah,
we love having
that's
you.
what we were just saying. Yeah, thank you.
We love having you in Charlottesville, and I know the new record is just out. Your 13th solo record, Cash Cabin Sessions Volume 3. So, congrats on another great one.
God, that's too many though. I didn't know it was that many. Yikes.
Well, and it's funny too. It's been 25 years since Songs for the Daily Planet. Can you believe that?
Yeah, God, we were just talking to that about this guy that played on it. It's a long time. That is a long time. I got jeans older than that.
Did you do any reflecting upon that anniversary leading up to this album, or?
I didn't. I didn't think about it. I wish I would have. But yeah, that's like the quarter century mark. It's been that. Yeah, I guess that is. Is it this year? I think it might be this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
or next year, because it was 1994.
94 to 2019, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought sometimes they reach out to artists and have them do like a deluxe reissue or something like that. Anything like that in the works, or?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
But yeah, you've got. It's basically you're playing all the instruments on this thing. You've got a couple of guests, but talk about how you came to record at the Cash Cabin.
Yeah, it was I moved out there to Hendersonville, and I live right by it. And I've also, the only person that records out there now is Loretta Lynn, but I've made up some songs with her, and so I got to go watch her record them. And when I was out there, I met John Carter, and he said I could come out there and work, and he let me borrow his dad's old guitar.
Wow,
it's a really cool place. Sort of not. It's like the opposite of Graceland. Of course, he didn't die in the 70s, so Graceland got left with shag carpet and everything.
Yeah. Well, and you had done some stuff there with Hardworking Americans, right? Was that part of why you wanted to revisit it?
Yeah, that was. So it's like 3 sessions. That's what it's called, Volume 3. The first time I went there was just to just hang around and play. I played guitar, and we just recorded some songs that weren't done, and then the next time we went, the whole band went and spent like a week there, and had a really good time. Recorded a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff that's on this record we recorded, and I think that should come out soon, or sooner than later.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I thought we'd play the track, the lead single here, "Like a Force of Nature," and it does feature Jason Isbell on it, and you've got Amanda Shires on the record as well. How did you you've known them for a while, I assume, right?
Yeah, I was the reverend when they got married. I guess you call it a reverend, or I known them both. I knew her first. She was in my band a little bit, and then he left the Drive-By Truckers and started dating her, and that's when I met him. And we've stayed friends. They've been close friends to me. So it was really neat for them to come over that night. I think they'd like to see the cabin too.
Uh-huh.
I could see asking them to produce me someday if I ever made up some more songs.
Very cool. Yeah, well, let's hear that track. And it's Todd Snider here in the Corner Lounge with us on 1061 The Corner. Very cool. It's Like a Force of Nature. New stuff from Todd Snider with help from Jason Isbell from the new Cash Cabin Volume 3, Cash Cabin Sessions album that's just come out here in recent weeks. And I love the video for the Talkin' Reality TV Blues. We put that on our Facebook page leading up to the show. How did that come to be an animated video for that one?
Oh, thank you. This guy, Chad, who plays piano for the Hardworking Americans, and it was his idea, and one of his friends did it. It was I didn't see it till it was done. I guess I saw some ideas, like some of the drawings. But yeah, I should know his name, and I feel bad that I don't, because he did a good job.
Oh, I'm looking at it right here. Who is it? Oh, Josh Clark, maybe?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know him through Chad. Yeah. And yeah, he did that. It was his idea. That whole thing was basically his idea. We had this idea maybe to do a cartoon, I think, and then he took it and ran.
Uh-huh.
Josh Clark.
Well, and I think, we had a discussion yesterday with a singer-songwriter who was in town last night, Caroline Rose, and she uses humor pretty well in what she does as well, like her stage persona and like the album artwork and a little bit of the songwriting too. But we were kind of talking about how that's a tricky thing because you don't want to, go too far with it, but at the same time, it's got to kind of be funny when upon re-listening, So how have you kind of navigated that with humor in your songs over the years?
Just it's. Well, I tell you, that's funny. We got here and saw she was playing, and I YouTubed her all day yesterday because I just kept falling further in love with her. Did you guys go see that show last night? Was it great?
I missed it. No, I wasn't able to go, but I've definitely gone down the rabbit hole too, like you're saying.
Our sound guy went. He said it was great.
Nice.
Yeah, I noticed she was pulling that trick too. I feel like I don't know. I've never given it a thought. I just always just sort of did, like tried to do whatever I felt like, whatever came out, and not hold anything back, whatever it was. And then it just has seemed to. Some nights I can go a little far in any one direction, and I can feel people may not dig it, but there's nothing I can do about it. Once you decide, once you start the show or whatever, you sort of in fight or flight, and not like in response to the crowd, but more just in response to your own instincts. You're like, what do I feel like? Wow, you're supposed to be showing everyone how you feel. Yeah, I guess that's the job.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the best way to do that is just roll with it. And then there's some people like me and her that just naturally probably becomes a part of,
Mm-hmm. Well, and I noticed too, you were joined on stage by John Prine for your encore the other day.
Yeah, similar cat, I think.
Uh-huh.
Just naturally, the kind of person, if you had dinner with him, you'd probably crack up a little too, or at least I have every time. I love that guy. Really, also altruistic guy. People ask me what he's like, and more than anybody in music, I'd call him altruistic.
Well, because you were on his label there for a little while, right?
Yeah, and really to no gain to him.
Well, how
more
did you
like
get to know him and stuff?
I met him when he was making The Missing Years, and I was the runner on the record, and I was also at that time drawing a good crowd in Memphis, and I was playing my own songs, and he came and saw it, and he just said that it was going to work. I was like 24. He's like, that's going to work, and he just stayed in touch with me, and pretty soon later I got offered a record contract, and as soon as I did, he said, come tour with me.
Man.
And then his manager and I got to be friends, and he took over, and after about 2 records, we had the same manager, and then he passed away. But I still, I don't think John has a manager anymore. I have one. It was a friend of John's old one, but, and then, we're doing a tour this fall. His new record is, and for my money, it's the record of the year.
Yeah.
Every time he makes one, I think he's the tallest folk singer standing, for sure. Everyone knows that. He's like the Muhammad Ali.
Well, and I like the fact there was that tribute album that came out a handful of years ago that had a whole bunch of folks on it that I thought was cool to kind of reintroduce him to maybe a younger generation. But I was going to ask you, what 2 or 3 records would you suggest for maybe a younger fan who's just hearing about you, or maybe a fan of yours that doesn't know about the older stuff?
Right. It's weird to say that East Nashville Skyline is old now. It feels like I feel like I was an old man and it was the beginning of being an old person. But that's usually the one people like the best. That one and the one after, it's called The Devil You Know. And then sometimes people like the very first one, which is called The Daily Planet. And then also there's a best of. I think someone put out a best of. When I start on a singer, I start with the best of.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Our best of's okay. You know what, though? Live is probably the best one. Storyteller. That's probably the best one.
Very cool. And I assume you had the live one was basically all one show, right?
Yeah.
Did you have much input on the best of? I know sometimes the label puts those
I
together.
did. I was very lucky at that time when it was there was this guy that had been my mentor my whole life. I met him through Jimmy Buffett. Was right when that time came to do it, he was in a really powerful position, and he called me, and I got to pick the songs and I got really lucky with that. The best of.
Cool. Well,
I did a photo shoot for it. I had to promise to do pictures for it.
Okay.
Took hours.
Yeah. Probably one of the worst days of your life, right?
Yeah.
We're talking with Todd Snider in the Corner Lounge here over the phone lines, looking ahead to the show tonight at the Jefferson, and you got Reed Full, right, opening for you?
Oh, great. I didn't know he was on with us tonight. He's one of my favorites. His new record we listen to all the time.
Yeah, I think he recently got added. So doors at 7, show at 8, and we're going to play one out here, maybe an older song, but a good one nonetheless. And, yeah, too, Todd, I was thinking like, maybe a couple of records you could throw out there of some of your influences, either early on or maybe some I saw you kind of revisited Woody Guthrie leading into this new record.
His Library of Congress. Or there's a record I've been wearing out. Jesse Fuller, I forget what it's called. Move On Down the Line. Jesse Fuller, Jerry Jeff Walker, Gypsy Song Man, John Prine, John Prine, stuff like that.
Yep.
Ramblin' Jack Elliott.
Nice.
Stuff
Very
like
cool.
that.
Plenty of good stuff to explore, and you probably are aware, but there is a place called Beer Run in Charlottesville. So
we just found that out. I just found that out. We thought we deserved a free T-shirt. We're gonna go collect.
Yeah, definitely. I thought
Thank you.
I didn't know if you were aware, but I assume they were inspired by your great song. Our station is called The Corner. Which is a different part of town, but Stuck on the Corner, one of your more famous tracks, I think, a good crowd participation kind of song. Anything you want to say leading into this one? It seems like it's maybe more appropriate now than when you wrote it. Do you have certain songs like that where the meaning changes?
It does feel like that one is getting, I felt the same way about that one. I like that one. Thank you for playing it. That's an oldie. I tell everybody I'm going to go busk out. What's that thing called again?
The downtown mall.
At 5:00. I'm gonna busk out in front of what? They'll play at the venue.
Oh,
right
awesome. Right in front of Jefferson. Yeah, there's a lot of buskers down there.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm gonna busk in front of the Paramount at 5.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Todd. We appreciate the time.
Thanks. Bye.